subscribe, give feedback, hit that bell notification, and let's get right into the video. Girl Amina with the credit juicy information, all right? I missed you guys. So if you're meeting me for the first time, I'm Amina from Power You Realty. I need you to do a few things. You do know the drill. I need you to hit that like button. Make sure you hit that bell notification. Drop some feedback so I can answer your questions if you have any, and we can have that open dialogue. And make sure you share with everyone you know and love, because guess why? This information needs to be out there. I think all too many times we run into people who have credit, who have credit cards, but they don't know how to operate it because we never had this type of education. Think about it. When have you ever been in any kind of schooling where you learned anything about credit? And I'm not speaking about college because they speak on it on a very basic level. It's not like an everyday level where it's teaching you how to function with your life and real issues and real problems and what to do with it in business. And if there is one, please let me know because I really have never heard, okay? But for the most part, you will understand how much more important credit has been, especially during this hardship, okay? There are some people who have really definitely struggled so much. I have been very blessed to not have any struggles financially because of my credit and because of me starting a business and because of me having the strategies and the tips and being able to use this free game to leverage my business, okay? So minus that, I probably would have been hurting, okay? So you got to look at it this way. When you have this new information, it's really important for you to be able to execute the information. You could sit here, you could listen to me, you could go from video to video, listening to me or anyone else. But if you do not execute and you do not take full action on whatever your goals are, say it be the credit just to get started, how are you going to be able to produce results? Okay, I don't hear anything. Of course I wouldn't, but just let me know. I mean, if you have other ideas, please do share. But what I'm saying is, in this society, credit reigns supreme. Money does too. But if you don't have cash flow like that and you just establishing credit, this is an end to you. This is the in the door. Your foot is in the door. Only if you know what you're doing, okay? You have to be able to structure your credit report correctly in order to take the best advantage of that. So today's conversation is a little bit about a myriad of things like that. But one, I hope you guys have been listening to me and already have got your free credit report at freeannualcreditreport.com. Remember, every 7 days is free, especially during this pandemic time. But if you want to go further, you can go to some of the monitoring systems, which you do have to pay for, but maybe you could use it during the trial period. So you could just have a double check on that. And if you want to keep it, I would negotiate it, that amount, because there are some that I did start out with, and I could name ScoreSense, and I was able to receive a lowered amount. I mean, much lower, because I expressed about the competition's prices and they brought it down, okay? Little hint right there. Get into that part. Once you see your report, identifying what things are negative on your report. So look at your personal information stuff. Remember, we're going over that personal information stuff. Why? Because your name can be misspelled. You have a middle name and it's misspelled. You need to know about that. Your last name, if you had a marriage at one time and you're AKA or any other aliases, you want to remove all of this stuff from your credit report. Why? This information is pertinent to your financial future. So why would you set yourself back just by having information? So once you change that, as far as your name information, if there's anything there, you would look further to see about your personal accounts. If there is any information there that is inaccurate or it's not yours at all, you need to dispute that right away, okay? Do not sit on things like that. Now, some options on how to dispute. I usually do not tell people to dispute online, but there are some things that are disputable online. Things that I dispute online are as addresses, for sure. Getting rid of every address that was previous from before, okay? So say you have your current address and you're residing at your current address. That should be your only one address listed, okay? Now, always keep in mind that address should be an address that is like where the median income, this is just my suggestion, you do it your way. But if you maintain that one address, I believe that if you want to get funding later, it should be an address that the median income should be at least 150K in that community, okay? And you can always still use the physical address of a post office, yes. So say it's P.O. Box 6881, then you would find out that physical address and use the physical address like 123 Mockingbird Lane, California, Sacramento, California, 07613 or whatever. And then you would put the unit number with that 68881. Okay, so that's an example of a way that you can use it as a physical address. All right, and some more things that you would definitely want to do, and without hesitation, is make sure that you only have one employer. So throughout your lifespan, if you have been a working person like somebody like me, I had a job before I was even accounted for age-wise. But everything that got marked on my credit report, okay, you take all of that off, okay? Because you don't work at these jobs anymore. You would take every other employer off. Whatever is your current employer, you keep it on. Or if you work it for yourself and it's a LLC, you put, by all means, you put that on, okay? Whatever is going to be your funding connection. Remember that. This is how you're structuring it properly, because you want to pay attention to every key thing you're doing. Because when we're going in, and we're going to go in, you want to ask, you're not begging for money. You're requesting for money, and you're requesting for high limit credit cards. In order to do that, your situation has to be structured correctly to have the best results and the best benefits for you and your family. Now, I want y'all hooked up, so make sure you do it this way, okay? And then when you get to your phone number part, make sure it's just one phone number. Now, if this is a business number that you do because you have it in your business name or whatever the case may be, that's up to you. But it should just be one number, okay? Not multiple numbers. And then just make sure every other personal information is accurate about you, okay? When you're moving along and you see any accounts, if it's any closed charge-offs or anything like that, you definitely want to challenge those. If you need any help, make sure you follow me at Power U Solutions. That's POWAH, the letter U, Solutions, on IG. Down below, down below, you leave a message and let me know that you need more help, and I'm going to help you right away. Because why? Listen, it took me years to be able to know what I know. First of all, it took me years because I was living in fear, being able to change my situation. But then once I got over that, it took me years to be able to change it. I don't want you to take the same amount of time. We don't have that kind of time. We have FICO 10 trending, and if you don't know what that means, what it means is before, with the models that they use now, 8 and 9, they're able to see your current credit now. But with the FICO 10 trending, they're able to look 2 years back. So say if your credit is bad now and it was bad even worse 2 years ago, lenders are going to judge you by that. You do not want to be judged by that. You want a clean slate. You want to begin at the top, and you want opportunities. We got to get the fast track, okay? So take care of all of these items, okay? And this is what we're going to discuss now, and I'm going to end it how I like to begin it usually, but I didn't this time, so forgive me. Make sure that the money that you spend comes back to you. All right? You know why? Because that's good karma. All right? And we're about good karma. and we're about good money. So whatever you put in, make sure you get it out, okay? But it pays you back to be able to have excellent credit. I mean, we're all adults, and I have to keep saying this. Don't you want opportunities? Don't you want the opportunity if you are a family? Don't you want that opportunity with your partner, in your marriage? If you have any connection with anyone, if you're trying to start a business, don't you want everyone to be on the same page with you?